so that you will be treated as soon as possible. Remember, in my previous video, I said one of the things that is going to be in your backpack is what? Your bandage. What is that bandage doing? Get as many bandage as you can and put in your backpack, so that if there's any reason why you are bleeding, maybe you cut yourself, or even while running you have a wound, you don't have to bleed excessively and you end up having low blood or dying from this bleeding point. You can easily use your bandage and wrap yourself. If you have cotton wool or gauze, take all of them and put in that basket. These things are not heavy. They are very, very light materials that you can put and put in your backpack. Okay? Now, make sure you save the address of the hospital, so that if there's chaos and somebody is bleeding, or you are the person bleeding, you might not even have the opportunity, you might not even remember where the hospital is. But when you save the address of this hospital or the phone number of this hospital, you can easily call. Because let me tell you, this period is not the time people will want to go to private hospital. I'm not saying you shouldn't go to private hospital, but all I'm saying is, assuming you start bleeding, right? You may not want to go to private hospital, because private hospital, they are there to make money, isn't it? So you can go to private hospital and the money that they tell you to deposit ab initio, you don't have it. So what are you going to do? Are you going to just sit down and say, oh, I don't have money, and then bleed to death? So that is why it is important to know the emergency units of the general hospital, emergency units of the government hospitals, the primary health care, and the tertiary hospitals, which is the teaching hospital, because all of these hospitals are free. There are doctors there. Most of my friends that are doctors that are on call this period didn't even go home, so they are in the hospital environment. Okay, so don't be afraid to walk into any hospital. If you are bleeding a lot, help yourself, and first of all, tie that bleeding point so that you don't bleed excessively, and then by the time the doctors are going to get to you, you have bled so much, and then you are now battling with your life. Okay, now make sure you remain in your designated group. In my previous video that I did, I told you that before you set out, you must be in a group of either 5s, group of 10s, group of 20s, but all of you know yourself, and you have a code that when you say it, let's say you say, hi, we are here. That's your code. Just get any code that is favorable, that all of you will remember, that whenever you give that code, or any of your group members make a call and say, hi, we are here, you gather together. Make sure you don't stroll away from your group. You must be in that group, because guess what? When the police want to do any mayhem, they are looking for a period where people are not around you. Okay? Look at what happened in NSAS. When they shoot at these protesters, it was the protesters that came there early, or were there when everybody had dispersed and gone. So they know that, oh yes, we can do whatever thing that they want to do. Okay? So make sure you have a code that your group is going to put at the back of their mind, to remember and say, oh, we are doing something and we are safe. All right? Make sure, please. It is very, very important. Your safety is my priority. As much as we are looking for good governance, you need to be alive to see that good governance that you clamored for, that good governance that made you risk your life to go out there to fight. You need to be alive and have your children in a country that is sane. Okay? So be woke, be attentive, and make sure you take every single thing that will make you safe. Put it in your head and remember that. If you can't remember, jot all these things that I'm saying now down. When I have finished this video, you can go back, start from beginning and listen again. So that, what are you doing? You're trying to remember everything, so that Whenever you are in that protest ground, you bring out the book and read so that everything will be in your brain. Now, let us now look at what you are going to do. The safety best practices. Okay? What are the safety best practices that you need to follow and do? Number one, you must maintain 360 degrees situational awareness at all times. What that means is, at any time that you are in that protest ground, scan yourself 360 degrees. Look right, look left, look everywhere to be sure that there's nothing that is harm that is coming your way. Because guess what? Some people can be coming from the back or from your side or from your front to attack you. So make sure your awareness is 300 degrees so that you will be able to know what is going on. You'll be able to follow up. You'll be able to make sure that every environment that you are is safe. These things, I'm sure if you go to the internet, you will not have anybody sit down like this to tell you every single thing that you need to have at the back of your hand. Why are you doing this? You're doing it because you want to remain alive. You want to go back home to your loved one. You have a wife, you have a girlfriend, boyfriend, you have a child. You left that house with the hope that you are going to do this protest and go back home. So it is very, very important you do all that I am telling you now. Know what is going around you, above you, below you, at your back, by your side, 360 degrees. Why are you doing this? You are doing it because you want to be very attentive so that any little thing that happens, you make sure that you are very, very alert and react. Okay? The next thing you need to do is be alert of any suspicious package, any suspicious person, any suspicious activity or vehicles that are around you. What am I talking about? There are some people that they have planted or want to plant. You see, when we saw what was happening, there are some people that are anti the protest, right? People that were dressed with yellow colored t-shirt that are protesters. When we all are fighting for the well-being of every Nigerian, some people are anti-protesting what we are fighting for. What are we fighting for? For good governance, for every one of us in Nigeria to be alive, isn't it? So I am even surprised when I saw that some people are doing anti-protest. How does that work? We are doing this. These people are risking their life to go out there to tell the government that enough is enough. We need food on our table. We need good education. We need good environment to strive. We need our youth to get a job as soon as they come out from university. We need our children to be safe. We need our pregnant women to have good medical facilities. And somebody is against this. So, guys, make sure you are attentive because they could put people that are going to come into the midst of the well-meaning Nigerians that are doing this protest. They might put people that are carrying detonating bombs on their body. So make sure anybody around you, you're scanning as you're doing your protest, you're scanning and making sure that there's no package that is around there because that can be a bomb that they put in there, and when it explodes, you're going to be affected. Make sure the vehicles are around. Are they vehicles that are there waiting to carry you people to the hospital, or is it vehicles that are going to put you in harm's way? Make sure you use your number 6 and number 7 senses to know what is happening around you. Okay? Now, stay away from public containers such as trash cans, such as dumpies, all right? or dumpsters, mailbox, and newspaper stand. You know why you're staying away from all these things? It could be that a night before that time, they had come and planted a bomb there that is going to harm you. So when you are doing your protest, stay away from anything that you know that was there before the night before. Okay? There are trash cans, dumpsters, any of those things, mailbox, stay far away from them because possibly they may have put something that may harm somebody and you don't want to be that person that is going to be harmed. All right, I hope you guys are getting what I'm telling you. If you want me to repeat anything, type on the comment section and say, please ma, repeat this thing or say this again so that we know what you said. We didn't get this. I will go back because my role here is to make you, I mean, our beautiful youths that are out there working, doing this protest, making it work. We want all of you to be alive to see the dividend of all that we have done today. We don't hate the government. What we hate are the injustices that they are doing to fellow Nigerians. I have said it again and again and again. There's no Nigerian that is greater than any Nigerian. The president of the country is not greater than you. Anybody can be the president of Nigeria as far as you have that green international passport and you are a Nigerian citizen. No one Nigerian is greater than the other Nigerian. Okay? Now, in case they do what they did when the NSAS protests happened, which is they start firing gun on protesters. What are you going to do? Are you going to start running helter-skelter? What are you going to do? That is the next part of our discussion today. Now, remember, I will try as much as I can not to go past the 1 hour that I want this life to be. So if I didn't finish, I will have to come in the evening to still tell you because this protest is going on and on. So whatever thing I say today is not going to be the only thing that you're going to take. I'm going to continue talking so that you guys will be safe out there. You all are our children. I have children that are teenagers. So as much as I protect my children, I want to protect you too that is out there. You are the food soldiers. I say it. You are the real bomb. You are the men and women of timber and caliber that are not even bothered about your life. You want to go out there to tell that government and say, look, enough is enough. We have had enough. Okay? So what are you going to do when they have started shooting on you? Number one, at all times, make sure you prepare to move quickly and cover yourself if gunfire erupts. So if they have started shooting this gun, please, it is very, very important for you to take cover. For people that are rich, which, well, I don't know whether any Nigerian youths, from the way they have kept all of you now, anybody in Nigeria, I can't even say, even doctors don't even have the money to buy, protective things like, things that will prevent you from being gunned down, right? Nobody have that money. So what are you going to do? Number one, get low. All right? Just get low, flat on the ground. Okay? Make sure you go and cover some moves that will help you to go to your right angle. Okay, so that means when you go low, you go to your right angle. What are you doing? This trajectory is going to be helpful because it will make you, let's say the gun is being targeted on you. When you get low and you move on your right side, you see that gun that has been fired on you is going to, because when the gun is fired, the bullet cannot move right or left. It has already been fired, so it is going straight. So what you do is, immediately you see them bring out that gun and you think they are going to fire you, go down immediately and move to your right hand side. Okay? That trajectory can save you. Okay? Because when the gun gets in you, there's nothing you are going to do. It has already gotten on you. So that is a tactics that you must have. The next thing is, if you can't find cover, remember I said find a cover and stay at that place, right? But if you can't find a cover, move to a concealment until you can safely exit that environment. Now, what am I talking about cover? If there are some buildings, pillars, that is around you, go and hide yourself under that pillar. Okay? That is a cover up for you. Okay? Or there are some containers that are filled with sand. You can go under and hide at that. Don't ever make yourself visible, because this gun is, they are firing it sporadically, right? So there can be stray bullets that can hit anybody. So what are you going to do? You must make sure you hide yourself in such a way that these stray bullets or even intended bullets are not going to penetrate your body. Now, if by paraventure they detonate explosions, okay, they can throw grenades, because these people, when they get into power, they don't even care. They are ready to look at how many young people that were died on that Lekki toll gates. They didn't care. They don't care. Their children. You look at what happened. Did you all see what happened? Immediately, this our leaders came back from their recess. The politicians, right? They came back from recess of 2 weeks or more, resumed plenary. All of a sudden, they gave themselves another recess again. So they have all flown away from Nigeria, flown away with their families. So that's why I start and I ask you, why do you put yourself in harm's way to go and campaign for these people? Have you ever seen their children come out to campaign? All of them have their private jets. I was seeing all of them on the internet entering their private jets and jetting out of Nigeria. Why are they running away? Let them stay, because they are the people that caused this hardship on Nigerians. Why did they run away? They gave all of them money, our own taxpayers' money, to lavish abroad. And this abroad that they came to, somebody has already sacrificed and worked to make sure that Nigeria is working. Right? So, guys, it is very, very, very important we understand that we are the owner of Nigeria. We own Nigeria, and we are unapologetically Nigerians. As much as you are working, guys, make sure you protect yourself. Your safety is my priority, it's your priority, it's the priority of all the people that are doing this protest. Now, if there is an explosion, what are you going to do? Number one, get out of that environment as quickly as you can. Okay? Through the safest, fastest route you can ever think of. If it means running, run. If it means jumping in a moving car so that you hold on to that car, jump. If it means getting into a bicycle, please do. Why are you doing all those things? You're doing it because you need to vacate, move away from the place where the explosion is happening. Okay? You are not trained to be somebody that would go in to save. You were not trained. Okay? It is firefighters and paramedics that are supposed to go and get these people out. If you're that in that environment, first of all, run away first. When you run away and then you now see that the environment is now safe for you, you can then come back. By that time, the paramedics have come, the first responders have come, and they are already on the environment, helping to get the people that are already in the rumbles out of harm's way, right? So make sure you do that and then go to the pre-designated rally point, okay, and account for your team. What that means is when you have already seen that there is a bomb, you have run away from that environment. Don't run away and stroll away, because you could go and get yourself in a harm's way. Look for the place where all the protesters, other protesters are, so that you and your group can also give yourself the signal and the the action word you use to identify yourselves, and you will be able to tell yourselves that, look, I am present, I am here. And when this has happened and you count yourself and see that your group are not there, use the phone number of those that are not there to call them to know where they are, call them to know whether they are safe, because that call you made could be the thing that is saving somebody that is already down with the explosion, to tell you, oh yes, my brother, I am in let's say Alexander Avenue, and then he faints. That one call you make could be the thing that will save that your friend, that your relative, that your group member that is not there when you have counted yourselves. All right? Now, assume that a secondary device may be planted nearby, and be alert. Move quickly, deliberately, and safely. Oh, yes. If they have detonated a bomb, the possibility that another bomb can be detonated is 100%. So when you have run away from this one and you're safe, know also that another bomb might be detonated. So please, my dear youths, all that I have given you are very important safety tips. If you came at the middle of my presentation and you were not able to follow through, go back to this video, because I did a very detailed research to protect you from harm's way, to make sure that these people are not taking you for granted, and to make sure that you are safe. Remember, your family need you. If you're not married, you need to be alive to get married. And your children will get the benefit of the dividend of democracy that you have fought today. Okay? Do not be statistics. Be safe. Be woke. Be very attentive. And make sure that the protests you've done yesterday, today, and is still doing every day that passes by until this government sits down, because President Tinubu must, as a matter of urgency, dissolve all this unnecessary commissioner for this, commissioner for that. A single thing: security. We have police, we have army, we have the army is Air Force, Navy, military. That is the one we know. We then have other different people that are in different security posts. All these things are the things that are causing unimaginable expenses. How can a single governor have up to 50-something aides, cook, drivers, that they will have like 20 fleets of cars in this difficult situation when a Nigerian cannot afford one single loaf of bread to eat? They spend our money living extravagant life. The government of the day, knowing fully well that Nigerians are suffering, they have done a massive vice presidential house. They have bought private jets. They have bought yachts. They are still buying more and more. And none of them is thinking about the Nigerian youths. This is your time to shine. Do this protest. Be alive to see the dividend of this protest. Nigerians are one of the world's most intelligent. Come to the US, go to England, go to Canada, Western world, go to African countries. You will see that every Nigerian, whether educated or not educated, wherever you find yourself, you are excelling in that particular thing you're doing. Is it trade? Is it handwork? Is it even menial jobs? Nigerians will do everything to make sure that they become number one in everything that they are doing. Come to the hospitals here. All the doctors are Nigerian trained. Lawyers, Nigerian trained. Engineers, Nigerian trained. But our government don't know our what? Okay? So, my wish for you all that are on my life today is for God to protect all of you, for God to protect all these our young, vibrant leaders of tomorrow that are going out there to make sure that they do the best that we can. I am sorry I cannot bring anybody up today because today is about safety. And I am very, very happy that you all joined in. Now, have you shared this video? If you have not shared this video, share, share, share. And we have come to the part I love most. For you that was attentive, listening to my live, I want you to take note of these questions. If you can't come live here now, send your answer to this comment section. My management and team will find out those that answered our questions correctly. If you answer the questions correctly, and I ask very simple questions, I don't ask very difficult questions. If you answer these questions correct on this live, I guarantee you, you are going to get your due diligence, and which is, I am going to, number one, give you a mouth-watering giveaway. Listen, I am supposed to be paid training you. If you know how much that I'm paid to come to any podium to talk, you will understand what I'm saying. But I have taken it upon myself. I don't want any payment. I want to use my platform to train all of you, especially when it comes to health. Okay? Anything health. Now, my reason for doing this is not because I have all the money in this world, no. But it's for me to make people aware of the medical issues. You see, the safety tips I gave you tonight, if you follow it through, word to word, line by line, you will see that nothing will happen to you during the protest. Okay? Now, this is my favorite part, my question and answer section. Number one, in your own words, what is safety? What do you know safety is? Type it on the comment section. If you answer these questions correctly, I will, on this live streaming, send you a giveaway, and you're going to see the alert come into your phone. And I'm not joking about it. I mean every word of what I'm saying. People have won. People have cashed out on my life. So let's go. Number one, what do you understand by the word safety? Number two, what are the things that you are going to do when you are on that protest ground and you have seen that the environment is not safe? Either they have started shooting at you or there is a detonation of bomb or whatever it is. What will you do? Next question 3 is, name 4 things that I said you will put on your backpack before you step out of your house. to go do that protest. My final question is, what are you going to do when you see that even though you have done the right thing, you did not destroy any property, and they are coming at you? What are the things that you're going to do? All right, so type the answers to the comment section. And remember, when you type these answers, do not forget to send me a back channel your account number. Send it either on Facebook or Instagram or YouTube, whatever place you want to send it to my back channel, and I will credit